So, it's a new year.
It's a new you.
What's wrong with the old me?
Well, no. You really have some great things that God has put inside of you from when you were even born. It goes back to your birth. So, yeah, what is wrong with the old you?
No.
You have gifts and talents and skills. So do you. So do I. We're going to talk about this and so does our audience. We're going to talk about this on Coffee with Ken. Welcome to Coffee with Ken.
Good morning.
Good morning.
We're diving in today, and I'm glad you're joining us. I'm Dr. April Brown here at Destiny Global. I'm a coach and coach trainer, and we have got Ken Brown, named after Coffee with Ken.
Good
and
morning.
He is CEO here. And we've got Butch McCracken. He's general manager here at Destiny Global. And so we're going to talk about that. Like, you know, we hear this all the time. It's a new year. It's a new you.
We hear it all the time.
Like, what about that? Like, that, it literally sounds like we're completely starting over every single year. But we have gifts. We're told constantly in the Bible, the greatest success book ever written, that we were given gifts from the very beginning. We have talents. We have gifts that from the time we were born. And so let's talk about that. Is that what we need to focus on, or do we need to figure out this whole new us in this new year?
It's actually about dropping off things that hold us back from accomplishing what we are set and meant to be. So you're removing limits, which are actually a series of bad habits that you have that you'll be working on to change. And that's what most people work on. If they're smart, right? If you're just going about thinking that you're going to set a resolution and do that. In fact, we're already several weeks now into the new year. And if you're watching your social media post, you're already seeing people getting frustrated because their resolution, their change that was going to happen did not happen because they did not set tasks and goals that were achievable for them to do and start changing habits. Because habits change you.
Yeah.
They change you.
Yeah.
Right? And there's so many good qualities that all of us have. You don't want to lose those good qualities, right?
Starting all new and...
Could you imagine going to a restaurant that you love forever and they decide they're going to do everything new?
Yeah.
I'm not going to, I can't have that. Same is with you, is keep the best and get rid of the rest.
Yeah.
Keep the best and get rid of the rest, right?
That's a good example of like a restaurant or somewhere that has things that people love, and that's what they're coming for, and then you change the whole entire thing. There might be things you need to tweak, might be new skills you need to learn of how to care for your customers, and maybe even fresher ingredients or something that you can still work on, and market that to people, but you don't just go and throw everything out, throw the baby out with the bathwater, and you're starting all
it makes me think about
every time.
Going back to, was it the 90s, maybe the late 80s? Coca-Cola, right? Old Coke, classic Coke, and the new Coke. Where's the new Coke today? It's nowhere to be found. They went and messed with something that didn't need to be messed with and started new Coke.
Yeah.
And now it's nowhere to be found. So, an example of like a restaurant, something along those lines. And I often think too, as we were talking, that old saying that says experience is the best teacher, right?
Yes.
We have all this experience. We can't just forget it. We can't just drop it off. And I think we spend too much time focusing on our bad habits. Not that we need to be cognizant of them and adjust them, but what is our strength that we can further develop, right? We never look at our strengths because we might think it's ego, we might think it's pride or something like that. It isn't. Father created us with these strengths. So we need to cultivate them and walk in them and accept them. Not from a point of arrogance or lording over people, I'm better than you, but from how can I help? Not just other people, but the world in general.
Yes.
Yes. I really love that, what both of you are saying about it really sounds like we don't want to lose who we were created to be, our true identity. It really is bringing that out. What do we need to do to bring that out, to be more of really who we were created to be and designed to be, instead of all those limiting beliefs that we can because of what we've heard, or someone's said things about us to us that have created these beliefs in us that then generate these actions that really can get us stuck. And just how to take off the limiting beliefs and really know who we were designed to be, because he is a pretty good designer last time I checked. And we have to realize who we are, and that he is good at what he does.
Yeah. He doesn't make mistakes.
He doesn't.
Most of the things that we can do to actually build upon, right? So as you build upon the things that and skills and gifts that you've had from the past, is as you start building on those things, really what that means is that you're developing or you're enhancing your skills. It's really what it really amounts to. It is building off your past, Butch, and it's enhancing. It's learning to do something better.
Yeah.
It's learning a new way of doing something maybe that you like, right? There's so many new things this last year, right? So kind of funny is Carmen kept telling us about this air fryer, right? And how it does things. And you think, well, I've cooked this a certain way forever. It can't be better than that. And then you have a taste of it and you're like, oh my goodness, this is incredible, right? Healthier for you. So it's simple things, sometimes things that you know that you want to accomplish, but you go about it trying to accomplish it without getting counsel, without looking at something. So that's why it's so important that you surround yourself. You're hearing a lot of words, a lot of different comments going on right there, and even from our community, which is fantastic, by the way, about mentorship. Who are you listening to? Who's helping you grow your skills? Who has what you want that you're going to go work to get?
So good. Finding somebody who has what you want and going to get that. Going to how did they do it?
Correct.
And following directions for how they did it, not implementing and saying, well, maybe I shouldn't do it. I'll do this part of it, but not that part. And then when it doesn't work, going, well, it didn't work. It's like you seriously didn't follow directions.
It's so good because, one of the things that I really enjoy watching, for those that don't know, is I enjoy watching some cooking shows. I don't get to do it all the time, but I especially like Bobby Flay. And you know what Bobby Flay did? He went to the top chefs that he wanted to learn from. There's a guy in Dallas named Dean Faring. People don't know this. He was one of Bobby's mentors because he cooked with all of the chilies, all of the different types of chili peppers and jalapenos. He's in Dallas. He was at the Mansion restaurant, and we got to go there. I got to take you there. His food was phenomenal. Bobby did an internship, went there on his own to learn about how to add spices. What is Bobby Flay known as today? One of the greatest chefs, if not the greatest chef in our lifetime. Beat Bobby Flay, you always see that, and he'll cook your specialty and beat you at it. That's crazy. Why? Because he's taken skills and he'll take and add to. He didn't take away from what he learned, Butch. He added to it. So he increased the skill by going to different mentors to learn different things about how to apply a new recipe. How many of us in our life, if we took on and just applied a new recipe to something old we were doing, might spice it up totally different? Look at us in our past, right? Trying to think that we could figure out how to get the right diet in place, and we just watch it yo-yo up and down, right? It's like it truly yo-yo. And then we get in line with Coach Carmen and just kill it this last year, which we did. We killed it. And we're going to continue that fitness and that model, but it was literally a change that had to go through, but we followed directions, right? Yeah. Don't change the recipe too much, right?
And there are certain personalities that think that they can change it up and get the same result. It really is about following directions. And when you follow directions for those that you know that this has worked for other people. You can't sit there and go, well, it's not going to work for me. Like, literally, it's worked for hundreds, even thousands of other people. It can work for you, too.
Yes, it can.
You just have to apply it and follow directions.
And it's very simple to understand someone's stack. If they're going to talk to you about finances or, a lot of family members love to tell you, oh, that'll never work, or don't do that. Well, tell me more about that. Why is that? Well, I've heard. Okay. Have you ever experienced?
Yeah.
No. Well, then I appreciate that. Because everybody's entitled to an opinion.
Yeah.
You know, especially in today's world. You can get condemned for an opinion, right? But everybody's entitled to an opinion.
Yeah.
To speak your mind. Doesn't mean you have to receive that opinion.
Yeah.
So look for this stuff.
When
An opinion without facts, though, is where it gets dangerous. And this is where, you know, my guy, Mr. Ross Perot, he would tell you, you'd go into a meeting and you'd start throwing out opinions, and he would be quick to remind you they're like feet. Everybody's got a couple, and usually they stink.
Yes.
So be careful.
Yeah.
If it's not backed by supported with facts, pay attention.
And results.
Yes.
That I appreciate when someone has gone to learn like a new skill, like Bobby Flay, who has gone to somebody else, gotten those skills, and then can turn around from their viewpoint. Because sometimes we think, well, that's an expert in another, but he refined his skills so much, so he also teaches other people now. And so that's
like
what we
Jackie and
can
Carmen.
do once we have
Yes.
really been able to have results with it.
Yes.
And we're at the place that even our mentors where we can turn around and teach it and bring value to other people.
Yes.
But you have to have those results in it. And so that you can turn around and know that what you did, because there's confidence in that, knowing that what you did, you got results, and you can turn around and help others get those results as well.
So true. Duplication.
Duplication.
That's what you want to have.
Yeah. So
And this is the year of duplication. 2023 is the year. This is the year of expansion for you. It's the year of expansion for us. We're on this journey together, and we're so glad that they're here with us
we
today.
receive it.
Yes.
So, we teach all of this skill, what he's talking about, dynamic duplication. We have all of these things that we teach at Destiny Global. And our next training, which is our primary
One of our main
level
go-tos.
it's First Steps to Success is our training in January, San Antonio, Texas, January 27th through the 29th.
It's just around the corner.
It is just around the corner. So get your tickets and come learn these skills so that you can have 2023 can be your year of expansion. And so get your tickets. Information is below. And that's it. Thank you for joining us. And we want to see y'all next time here on Coffee with Ken.